Yes, yes, Lost Knowledge, back in the building. Here we go again. Today I'm talking about pressure for leisure. This is going to don't pressure people to do things. I had a situation at one point where we were sorting out because it was getting closer to. I don't want to say the specific thing because some people might figure out I'm talking about them. And I know one of my videos said don't gossip, stop it, but I'm not name shaming anyone, so that's fine. The situation was we was organising an event, and I'm going to carry on. Pretty much, we were trying to get as many people as possible, and one of the people didn't want to really go to it. I could see that, but this other person couldn't see it, and they were trying really hard to persuade him to come. But I thought, look, this guy clearly he's giving clear signs that he doesn't want to go to it, so you shut up and leave him alone. I didn't say it quite like that to him, but I basically tried to talk to the guy who didn't want to go. I said, look, I don't want to go over, but unfortunately, this young chap over here is pulling me into the situation, and I can't get out of it because he's a manipulative guy. But that was me being sarcastic. But anyway, the guy had a laugh and he managed to get out of the situation. After I said, look, why are you pressurising this poor guy? He doesn't want to go to it. And then he sort of clocked on, oh yeah. So if you're ever in that boat, just let them decide. You're only trying to make more of a harder situation for yourself because if you're pressurizing this person, you're making it a more less likely friendship because you're only pushing them away because they're just going to get irritated by you. I know I would anyway if someone was pressuring me to do something rather than just giving me that open space, do what I wanted to do in my mind. And I normally think this sort of goes to jobs as well, I think. So if you're working underneath someone and that person above you is trying to tell you to do something because there's a deadline to meet, you're only going to cause more stress because they're now in a rush. And if they don't get anything right, they're going to have someone pointing the finger at them, which no one wants. Whereas I think if there's a deadline to meet, just say, look, give them a hint. We've got a deadline, but don't get strict about it. Because if they're not under that pressure, they're only going to perform better, I normally think, because they're spending less time worrying about trying to keep other people happy. If I'm ever trying to convince someone who I really want to come to a situation or an event, I use that word a lot, situation. We move anyway. I just let them decide, I think, because I've already explained that I'm just rolling round and round in circles right now. I just try to be more understanding of their situation, pretty much. I'm screwed right now. I'm screwed. I'm gonna move on now. I'm gonna try and commit to this. If there was a guy and he was clearly, or girl, and you can see that he's not wanting to go to any of the events, I think just let them decide. Because if you're, I'm back, let's go. If you're going to this special occasion and it's getting closer and you're already around the people that you're planning on going with, by you having a good time and having a laugh with them because you're excited about the upcoming event, this person could be in the background thinking, oh my god, they actually look like they're having a lot of fun. I want to be part of this. So they then come back later on down the line when it's getting closer to the event and say, look, excuse me, people, can I have your attention, please? I would like to join you on your special occasion. I've been pressured into a lot of situations, I think, but that was when I was young and stupid. I was going around with a new group of friends who were doing certain substances that I originally was not doing, but because I was hanging around those people, this is kind of going off topic a little bit, but it still talks about being pressured by people. And I then later on down the line ended up doing these substances because I stupidly fell into the trap of keeping them happy. But weirdly enough, I ended up being around some vegans, and this proves that peer pressure doesn't come all the time, because I didn't end up becoming a vegan. But there was a Netflix program actually with David Attenborough in, and I watched it, and I was a vegan for about 2 hours. So they did do a good job at one point.